our parish priests, Father Blewett, Father Caulfield, Father Mello, Father O'Reilly, Father Moose, Father Lewandowski, and our special guests, Mr. James Cooney and Sister Rosemary Hickman, the Associate Superintendents of Catholic Schools for the Diocese of Orlando. To all of our guests and all of you, the guests of our students, we offer a sincere welcome and trust that you will be impressed with the accomplishments of this group of seniors as we have been. Mr. Brian Lee to welcome you on behalf of the class of 2000.
Hello, as Sister Carolyn said, my name is Brian Lee and I'm the president of the senior class. It's difficult to believe that today is the final day of our high school. I never thought the day would come when I would stand before my classmates, friends, and family to welcome everyone to the graduation ceremonies. To be honest, I'm just now beginning to realize that it's all over. The new millennium is here, and the class of 2000 has arrived with great expectations and high aspirations. It is an incredible time to graduate. I could not have picked a better time, nor with better people to share this experience with. We have all grown together the past 4 years, sharing each other's successes as well as failures. We have laughed together and we have learned together, creating memories that will last a lifetime. This has been the best year of high school for me, and I'm sure many of my classmates can agree. The class has been very close, and this is due to hard work by many people. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank some of those people on behalf of the senior class. First of all, I'd like to thank Sister Carol Ann. She came into this school as her first year and completely turned the school around. She's been very willing to compromise on many issues, and we thank her very much for this. I'd also like to thank Ms. Pierce and Ms. Dotson. As senior class advisors, they've done a tremendous amount to help the senior class this year. I'd like to thank Mr. Boyd for finding everyone the perfect college and making sure everyone met graduation requirements so we could all be here tonight. I'd like to give a special thanks to all the parents who have supported us in everything we have done and everything we will do. I'd like to thank my fellow class officers, Jason, Amanda, Robbie, and Laura, for all their help in everything that I have done this year. I'd like to thank Father Buck for generously giving of his time every Friday to help us with the Mass. Finally, I'd like to thank Coach Hatch for keeping us on our toes with all those sternum pokes and hits on the head with the walkie-talkie. Still have a few bumps on my head from that. But now it's time to move on for the better. We have all been prepared the best possible to use our knowledge and experience that we gained in high school for the rest of our lives. I have no doubt in my mind that each and every senior here today will be a huge success and get everything from life they ever hoped for, that all their dreams may come true. On that note, I'd like to formally welcome everyone to the graduation ceremonies for the class of 2000. Thank you.
Please stand now for the invocation. Whose average for the overall work done during the 4 years of high school is second in the graduating class. This year's salutatorian has completed that work with distinction and a reputation for a keen interest in academic attainment. In addition, he has distinguished himself through leadership, athletics, and service. He plans to continue his studies at the University of Florida. It is my pleasure to present to you the salutatorian for the class of 2000, Mr. Josh Scholl.
been traveling this journey with us, that began a long time ago, has reached a milestone, yet is only beginning.
We are what our past has made us. This past is a present to our future.
It is made of many things. Our parents gave us the most precious gift of all, life.
They have molded and shaped us, providing us with our first foundation of the world.
They said yes to God's call to be our guardians, where God was never far from our side.
They have showed us the world with their fine example and have taught us to make what really matters.
We were fascinated by God and all his wonders and welcomed Jesus as our first friend.
We were fascinated by God and all his wonders.
There were many things that we had trouble understanding, but we now know that religion isn't about having proof, it's about having faith.
We learned to open our eyes and our minds to the visible Lord around us,
who is visible through every star and blade of grass, through every phase of our life.
In a matter of time, God soon took a leading role as a center in our education.
We left the cushion of our former schools and were faced with a sea of unfamiliarity.
However, the supportive teachers and friendly faces we were surrounded with soon created a community for us, which has become our second family.
We became the tablets, inscribed with just principles, upon which no time will erase.
We have learned many lessons here at Santa Fe, including the importance of tucking in one's shirt
and always using 6-inch voices in the library.
We have also learned how to adapt to many changes and how to unite with each other through thick and thin.
Especially at times when our classmates were the only constant in our school life.
When spider webs unite, they can tie up a lion.
The morals and values we have learned at school were solidified at home and were enhanced as we were exposed to new ideas and different ways of life.
Our teachers have taught us lessons that a textbook never could. Their guidance and example will forever be a stronghold in our lives.
The best teachers and friends we have not commanded us, but have guided us to form our own right actions and decisions.
To the world, you may be one person, but to one person, you may be the world.
Of all the many things we have learned, the value of friendship is one of the most important.
As was mentioned on our class retreat, each of us is a flame, with our friends as the fuel that sustains us.
We have shared so many memories throughout the years, both happy and sad, that we have grown together as one.
As we must physically part, it is as if we are parting with a part of our own being.
We always knew looking back on the tears would make us laugh, but we never knew looking back on the laughs would make us cry.
It does not matter how many miles may separate us, for each of us has left imprints on each other's souls.
If you write someone's name in the sand, the waves will wash it away.
But if you write it in your heart, it will remain.
We have just finished climbing a great hill, which took much time and effort to conquer.
However, upon reaching the top of this hill, we see that there are many more hills yet to climb.
You cannot discover new oceans until you have the courage to lose sight of the shore.
We will be faced with many new opportunities and must be open in our hearts and our minds to accept change and new situations.
When one door closes, another opens. But we often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door that we do not see the one which is open for us.
Know your role. This is sound advice that we have all heard and should all take advantage of.
In the past 4 years, we have been searching for our role in our school and community.
It is now time for us to go out and discover our role in life itself. Each of us will have a unique role.
It does not matter how many figures are in your salary or if you make any money at all.
Each man has a choice in life. He may approach it as a creator,
or critic,
a lover,
or a hater,
a giver,
or a taker.
What is important is to mature and be true to who you are and what you believe in, and therefore live the life you love and love the life you live.
If your motives are wrong, nothing can be right.
You are doing your job well as long as you feel you are serving others.
If the concern is placed only on yourself and on your bank account, the job is done less well.
We have all learned the importance of standing up for what is right. It is important to not forget this passion we have found in our hearts, and to not just be a reactionary,
but a revolutionary. We
shall always bleed crimson and gray.
we have had lots of experience creating and working towards goals.
However, the moments when you attain a goal and realize perfection probably account for less than 2% of your life.
While the process of living and working towards your goals occupies the rest.
Therefore, if you look to perfection to supply your sense, you will be discounting the other 98% of your life.
We will be faced with many temptations and distractions. These must be avoided if success is desired by focusing on our goals and priorities.
The Christ-centered morals we have learned at Santa Fe should remain a part of us throughout our lives.
Always remember Jesus' example of withstanding temptation in order to fulfill his role in life on earth.
We will have many highs and lows in the days ahead. But no matter how many people may turn their backs on us, God will always remain.
The most sought-after point in life is a point of reference.
Therefore, always keep God as your point of reference and carry Jesus with you at your side.
He who loses money loses much.
He who loses a friend loses more.
But he who loses faith loses all. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams.
The best way to predict your future is to create it.
Although we have no way of predicting exactly what we will be faced with, we all have the talent and determination to succeed.
Our days are a kaleidoscope. Every instant, a change takes place in its context.
New harmonies,
New contrasts.
new combinations of every sort.
Nothing ever happens twice exactly the same way.
The most familiar people stand each moment in some new relation to each other,
To their work,
to surrounding objects.
we, the graduating class of Santa Fe Catholic High School, are grateful for the past
Appreciate today.
and are ready for the future.
However, we know that what lies behind us
And what lies ahead of us,
are tiny matters compared to what lies within us.
for nothing is impossible with God.
Village, New York. Its purpose was to provide quality daycare for working mothers in Manhattan. The center is open 52 weeks a year to meet the needs of the families she serves. She, along with the 28 teachers who work with her, guide their young charges aged 3 months to 6 years.
If anyone would have told me 15 years ago that I would be the speaker for the class of 2000, I would have laughed.
Sister Ann invited me to speak 3 months ago, so I began to reflect on my days at Santa Fe, being a cheerleader, being the captain of the track team, but most of all on the strong foundation of my Catholic faith that Santa Fe gave to me, that I've called upon many times in my life. I had every intention to immediately write my speech and memorize every line, but a funny thing happened on the way to commencement. Every time I sat down at the computer to write my speech, something came up. My daughter Grace would wake up, need to be fed. My 2 older daughters, Eileen and Lizzie, would start fighting about something like stocks or Lance Bass, and I had to, immediately attend to it. Or one of the situations at my work would acquire my immediate attention. Suffice it to say, February and between the time of February and now seemed to fly by. So on the plane trip out here, I finally opened my notebook and was faced by the huge white bland sheet of paper in front of me. At that moment, I realized, boy, I'm not that far away from high school. Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to inform you that the dog ate my commencement speech. Of course, when you're a mother and a wife and a business owner, whatever else you may become in life, you get accustomed to finding a way to bring things together at a moment's notice. So I sat on the plane and I thought about anything I could say to you guys that might have any relevance whatsoever to your lives. So something that might be miracle of all miracles, in some way referred to as a word of wisdom. And here's what I came up with. The last 3 years are some of the best years of your life. Now, before you all bow your heads in despair in the notion of the future that must undoubtedly await you, let me put it to you this way. I'll bet that any parent here and any faculty and anyone older than age 25 would agree with me. Of course, graduates, when you think of the last few years, you probably think of homework and alarm clocks and curfews. But as you get older, you begin to remember the good times, falling in love, or at least falling really, really in love with somebody, or even particular school projects that might have really fed your imagination. All of these things will take up spots in your memory. One day, not long from now, you may not even begin to feel that high school years were in many ways quite wonderful. I have some better news for you guys, though. If the last 4 years were fun, the next 5 or 6 will be fabulous. That's because you will go off and begin to make your own way in the world. Some of you will go to college, some of you will forego college, not from what I hear though, but all of you will be young, and all of you will have a chance to say, this is what I have decided to do with my life. My own post-Santa Fe years were spent at the University of South Florida, where I was president of a sorority, captain of a co-ed cheerleading squad, and I worked my way through college full-time. Now, although that sounds like a full plate, I remember it being even better than high school. I had a little more freedom, a lot more money, and a lot more opportunity to figure out what things were important to me in life. And although these have fluctuated from time to time, it is important, most of all, that it's ultimately your decision. This is not to say that such people as your parents, your clergy, and your church will no longer be sources of inspiration or guidance. If you're lucky, these same people will be there for you. But ultimately, the big decisions, the life-changing decisions, the decisions that will make you into you, can be made by no one else but you. That's part of growing to an adult, and it's sort of exciting. Who will you marry? Someone you've never met, or the person sitting right to your right? Where will you live? We live in Lakeland. We live in New York City. How about Sydney, Australia, or London? Or maybe even Auburndale? It's your choice. It's incredible to think about, isn't it? Who's to say that you won't one day move to New York City and be on the Today Show like I was this year? Who's to say you won't even be the host of the Today Show one day? Who's to say anything? The answer again, and the decision alone, is yours.
Frederick Jason Ard. Harry Stone Bedford IV. William Dewey Bennett III. Liana Gwen Blake. Stephanie Melissa Booth. Amanda Kate Bradley. Jason Bruce Bowman. Dustin Robin Cody. Brad Edwin Crenshaw. Peter Michael Cusick. Justin Robert Decker. Tiffany Renee DiMartino. Kyle Allen Emmanuel. Leslie Emery. Christine M. Farag. recognize them so the parents can hear their names? Eugene Francis Gelb III. Nicholas Alexander Gerner. Philip Thomas Gonzalez. Eli M. Grega. Neil Gregory Hamilton. Laura Nicole Hardy. Kristen Lynn Ash. Excuse me. Where was he? Margaret Claire Holmes. Tiffany Nicole Holt. Amanda Lynn Irvin. Justin Aman Jane. Catherine M. Justin. Christopher Adam Kelly. Kevin Coleman Knapp. Joseph Michael Kefley. Crystal Marie Christ. Brian David Lee. William Brewer Lemons IV. Ryan Michael Lineberger. Emery Cody Lowry Jr. Blake A. McQueen. Jennifer Renee Morris. Ricky Levon Nelson Jr. Esther Nobo. Andrew Giles Dowling. Christina Marie Ratzendowski. Clifton Philip Roach. Teresa Marie Rooney. Zachary Allen Salata. Robert E. Sanger. Miriam Vanessa Da Silva Santos. Elaine Laureen Scheffler. Peter Ashby Schiebel. Joshua Stephen Scholl. Michael Hugh Scott. Dean Miller Scheimer. Philip Wayne Smith. Rebecca Leanne Teston. Michael Tom. Ian Matthew Tyner. Christopher Wellborn Viney. Rachel Elizabeth Boyles. Seth Adam Waldman. Brian Patrick Wendell. Christina Michelle Wiggins. Victoria Elizabeth Willers. Melissa Queen Williams. James Harris Woodsby. Kate Bernadette Young. Ryan Gabriel Zampito. It's my honor to present the Santa Fe Catholic High School graduating class of 2000.
Vinny, I'm coming for you. Get over there with your brother.